Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft, and I'm mocking, giving my views, thoughts, and opinions. Got a great one for you today. We're going to travel to the Draft Network and take a look at Keith Sanchez's new mock draft post Senior Bowl. So let's go ahead and get into this sucker with the Washington Commanders. There's a trade up at 1. This is the only one I knew that was going to happen because, well, Caleb Williams is wearing a Washington Commanders helmet in the picture. It was kind of a giveaway. But you got Washington moving up, Cliff Kingsbury. I know there's a tie from last year. This could happen. I wonder what a trade up would look like. Going up from 2 to 1, though, shouldn't be too expensive. It's kind of the problem. So I don't know if we're going to see multiple trade downs in this mock draft for the Bears. Matter of fact, we're not. I actually still see the Bears sitting there at number 2. So I wonder if Bears still take quarterback, or maybe now you feel better about going Marvin Harrison Jr. moving back from 1, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll get to it when we'll get to it. This would be great for Washington. Not only does Caleb Williams return to D.C., his old stomping grounds, because he went to Gonzaga High School there, but you reunite him with Cliff Kingsbury, which, ironically, Cliff was there in Caleb Williams' down year. I don't know if that's a good thing. Regardless, you're getting probably the most high-tool quarterback in the draft. So let's see what Chicago does at 2. They go Marvin Harrison Jr. I kind of figure if you're trading down from 1, even if it's just a 2, you're probably not taking quarterback. Like, why trade unless you knew like Washington wasn't going to take your guy off the board? Maybe you're in love with one of the other quarterback prospects. But it smells to me that they weren't going quarterback if you're trading down. So they get Marvin Harrison Jr. I think they should just go for the quarterback, but I think this is also a nice alternative if you do believe in Fields and you're willing to plant your flag. If that's the hill you're going to die on, if you're Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, then yeah, go get him weapons. Go get him weapons. We'll be back with the Bears at pick 9. For the New England Patriots, I imagine this is Drake May. It is Drake May. So the Patriots get their top signal caller. I really do think the Patriots are going to go quarterback in this first round. Question is, are they willing to take quarterback 3? Are they going to maybe try to move back at the back end of the first round and try to take a quarterback there so you can get that 5th-year option? Or do you just get lucky and Drake May falls to you at 3? In this case, they got lucky. So very nice, very nice. Arizona Cardinals, again, there's already one trade in here. I don't know if there'll be other trades. But I probably see this being Malik Neighbors. It's Malik Neighbors. Listen, like everyone and their mom is saying, hey, Malik Neighbors is worth a top 5 pick. The biggest downside to Malik Neighbors is Marvin Harris Jr. is in this draft. Malik Neighbors is a very good prospect in his own right. The Cardinals need playmakers at the wide receiver position. Hollywood Brown is a free agent, so good move here by the Cards. Chargers are next. Brock Bowers, offensive tackle. I think those are your 2 options. Could get crazy. Take the first defensive player off the board. In this case, I think it would probably be a corner. So it depends how high you are on the corner class. So let's see it. Oh, no, it's Rome Odunze. I should always include Rome Odunze. He's not far off from Malik Neighbors. But they get a really good contested catch. The thing is, man, this feels a little bit like this. Feels a lot like Quentin Johnston. That's the type of player you were hoping you were getting. This guy that can be this vertical threat. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, just grabbing more receivers is never a bad thing. And suddenly you have this robust receiving core that you're hoping could stay healthy. I think Mike Williams is out of there. Still. Don't know if Keenan Allen would be. They probably want to bring him back, but you got Josh Palmer, you got Quentin Johnston, and now you add Rome Odunze to that. Oh man, this is a big decision for the Giants. If this is me, I'm going quarterback. They go quarterback. There we go. Giants replacing Danny Dimes for the former Heisman winner Jaden Daniels. I like this move because I think Brian DeBull, you have another, I'm not saying he's on the hot seat. He's not. Another down year, though, where you might be on the outside looking in at some of the top quarterbacks, then you can make a great case. Listen, you're stuck with Daniel Jones for only another year. I would send it. If you have an opportunity to get Jaden Daniels, yeah, go for it. Like, there's a clear top 3 quarterbacks, and then it becomes like, okay, who's quarterback 4? Do you take the youth and the tools of like a JJ McCarthy, or do you like the experience, the consistent play of like a Bo Nix, who's been very good at not putting the ball in harm's way? I think Michael Penix is probably more in that top 50, so I don't know. Like, you could think about Michael Penix at the back end of the first round, but I see him more as an early to mid second round pick. But this is a good pick for the Giants. Going to the Tennessee Titans, it's always offensive tackle, and there it is, Joe Alt. Hey, listen, man, the offensive line was buns. You get Joe Alt in there, immediately plug him in at left tackle. You got Peter Skoronski at left guard. You're feeling really good about your left side. You look over to the right side, and you're hoping things get better. Even at center, man. Some people like Eric Brewer, and I think that's kind of wild, man. The guy's just consistently overmatched. He's just too undersized. Now we have the Atlanta Falcons. I feel like this could be where the first defender comes off the board. It probably is. I've seen Dallas Turner. I've seen Jared Verse. I think it's probably one of those two guys. Oh, it's Leatu Latu. Okay. Leatu Latu had a all right, like a solid Senior Bowl, but you do notice, okay, the lack of length, you know, he's not going to test as well as guys like Jared Verse and Dallas Turner, but you're grabbing a more complete technician, a guy who just knows how to rush the passer. He knows how to throw out secondary moves, counters, and whatnot. So I'm not against it. I'm not against that, dude. Yeah, Raheem Morris. I'm fully expecting this move to probably be defense, just because of the hire of Raheem Morris. But before we get to pick 9, hey, if you want to know more about these draft prospects, I got good news for you. I got a draft guide. We got a ton of prospects already on there. So if that's something you're interested in, then check out this commercial for it. Listen, I know you love the NFL draft as much as I do, and you're going to want a nice hefty watch list of players during this college football season. Well, go ahead, check out my draft guide. You can purchase it for only $30 by Venmoing or PayPaling me. Links in the description. It's a one-time payment, and you get it for this whole draft cycle and forever and always. Technically, it's a Google spreadsheet, so send me your email when you send the payment. I'll get you hooked up. You will see my current prospect rankings and big board, my full evals, and guess what? It updates throughout the whole draft cycle. So it's a great purchase, and it's a great way to support the channel. Pick 9, Chicago Bears go Olu Fashanu. He's available here at 9. The Jets pick at 10. They're like, yeah, screw you, Jets. Screw you, Jets. Though I do think they're probably still going to send it with OT3, whether that's Telenisa Fuaga or JC Latham. We'll see Marius Mims, maybe Tyler Guyton. I know he's gotten a lot of hype, but I still think he's more of a back end of the first round type of guy. But Olu Fashanu allows you to take Braxton Jones and move him to a tackle needy team for probably like a third rounder. I feel like that's a good asking price for Braxton Jones. So I don't mind it. I like it. I think it's fine. It'd be nice if you could get a defensive player, but free agency's got some good defenders. The Bears got some money. At pick 10, we see, it is Tyler Guyton. Okay, after I was just saying he was a back end of the first round guy. I get it. The tools, the athleticism, it's all palpable. But I feel like he's a bit far away, but he's shown to take to coaching well. Like during the Senior Bowl, that was kind of the biggest thing. You notice him constantly talking with coaches, celebrating with coaches, working on his some of the stuff he doesn't do well technique-wise. And they're going to see that, and they're going to be like, oh, he's very coachable. Dude's got all the tools. Shoot him to the moon. So it doesn't surprise me to see Tyler Guyton go this high in mocks because of a few of those reasons. But I think there's maybe some safer alternatives in this draft. Regardless, Jets, they need offensive line help. We got the Minnesota Vikings going with, okay, Michael Penix. It's a little high for me. It's a little high for me, but I get it. A lot of people like Penix. I'm not down on him because of the injury concerns. I'm not down on him because of his age. I'm down on him just because I think this is a guy that very much is still a work in progress when working the middle of the field. I think he is very much not necessarily a project, but I do think the ball placement and like the throw-to-throw accuracy can be a bit sporadic at times. It's not nearly as bad as like some of the other quarterbacks in this class. I'm not saying this guy is Joe Milton, but I'm saying when you're going to invest this highly in a quarterback, that's something I'm like, a little sketched about, especially on third down, man. But I like Penix. There's no denying he's got the arm talent. That's the thing. There's no denying he has the arm talent. Okay, the Denver Broncos are here. I imagine this is Bo Nix. Like, Bo Nix just feels like too perfect of a fit for Sean Payton. Oh, look at that. That's a good Photoshop. It's JJ McCarthy. That works as well. I think Sean Payton would have no problem starting JJ McCarthy early. I really don't. Is that beneficial for him? It can be if you do a good job in trying to protect him as he develops. But I really feel like Bo Nix is such a Sean Payton quarterback. All right, number 13 is the Raiders. They're gonna go with Brock Bowers. What the heck? What the heck, man? I mean, I love Brock Bowers. You get a really good weapon here. But I mean, you just invested a second round pick in Austin Hooper. Michael Mayer. Wow. And honestly, historically, first round tight ends, not saying they don't pan out, but it's been shown that you could find really good tight ends on day 2 and even early in day 3. Like, I mean, shoot, just this past year, Sam Laporta was a second rounder. Travis Kelce, I believe, wasn't he like a second or third rounder? Darren Waller was, I think, like a late day 3 pick. I mean, and Darren Waller had some good years. I bring him up because those good years were with the Ravens. I said Ravens. Raiders. He was drafted, I think, by the Ravens. So it's a bit of an unusual pick, but I mean, I get it. You see talent on the board, you want to take it. So I suppose I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Pick 14, New Orleans Saints. They go Jared Verse. Try to get a little better at the pass rusher position. Cam Jordan's up there in years. Peyton Turner has yet to turn the corner. Really, you got Carl Granderson, and I don't think they're expected. Was it Bosky to be a starter, full-time starter? I think they see him more as a rotation guy. So grabbing that other edge on the outside, seemingly the heir apparent to Cam Jordan, does make a lot of sense here when Jared Verse is available. Pick 15, we got the Colts, and do we have a corner? We have a corner. It's Terrion Arnold. People are going to love the athleticism of Terrion Arnold. They're going to love the inside-outside versatility of Terrion Arnold. I think in terms of what we saw this past year, yeah, a bit raw, a bit unpolished, still got ways to go, but there's no denying potential is there with Terrion Arnold. That's what makes this corner class so fun. Everyone's going to have their top 4 to 5 all over the place. Really they are. All right, Seattle Seahawks. We got Dallas Turner. Okay, I forgot Turner was falling too. This edge class was just... No, that's not true. Latu goes at 8. That kind of pushes the other guys down. Okay, the Seahawks appear to be rounding out one of the better rosters in the NFL. With this pick, the Seahawks add another pass rusher to the rotation, giving Seattle a good young core for the future. Yeah, you got Boye Mafe. Don't know what you have in Derek Hall yet, but he was a highly drafted pick. I think Nwosu's on the way out. Isn't Daryl Taylor a free agent as well? Even if he isn't, he's not much more than a rotation guy. So like the value's there. I'm not going to deny that. Is there other picks I would make ahead of Dallas Turner in terms of best player on the board? I don't know. Kind of a tough one. But let me give a shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Thank you for being the sponsor of today's video. When you sign up using promo code Broshmo, they match your first deposit up to $100 dues. They got all kinds of promos currently going on for the Super Bowl, but they don't just do football. They do all kinds of sports, even esports. Yeah, they got everything going on. So if you want to get in on the action, whether it's weekly best ball, whether it's high or low on player prop bets, then check out Underdog Fantasy. Sign up using promo code Broshmo. They will match that first deposit up to $100 dues. But as always, please bet within your means, bet responsibly. Pick 17. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars going with Keon Coleman. So he ends up wide receiver 4 in this mock. I mean, you essentially get what you're hoping to be better Zay Jones. I don't mind it. Keon Coleman, I think he's going to have a good combine, and people are going to remember, oh yeah, this is why everyone and their mom really loved him to start the year. So I think Keon Coleman, I mean, it's not like he's fallen down my board a ton. Like I think he was just in my top 20 to start the year. Now he's more in that like 25 to 30 range. It's not a big fallback. It's just other players, I'm more excited about. But Coleman's nice. He's got that alpha wide receiver vibe. Okay, we got pick 18 coming up here. Cincinnati Bengals, Telenisa Fuaga. Immediately, you upgrade your right tackle spot. I like it. It's a good fit for the system there. Let's go. I know people, at least I've seen Bengals fans in my comments like, oh man, we always taking tackle. I'm sorry, your offensive line sucks. You need to address it. Not all of your offensive line sucks, but parts of your offensive line is bad. Just what it is. And guess what? The offensive tackle depth in this class is kind of good, so why wouldn't you take advantage of it? Pick 19, the Rams. They're going with Quinion Mitchell. I love this pick. It's a great pickup. He's a good fit for the defense there. And yeah, just a stellar Senior Bowl. I think he's going to be in that cornerback one discussion at this point. Pick 20 is the Steelers. They're taking Marius Mims. I hope that leaves Jackson Powers-Johnson open to my Miami Dolphins. We'll see with the next pick. But yeah, tackle's kind of a struggle for him. Like, what was it, Dan Morgan? No, Danny Moore? Dan Moore? I don't even know. Former Texas A&M. I think he was like a 4th round draft pick. Not even great. Not good. You've seen good things from Broderick Jones. Kick him out to left tackle. Bam, you get his former teammate Mims at right tackle. Suddenly you have one of the most terrifying, big, fast, and strong offensive tackle tandems in the league. Miami Dolphins. Where are we going? Keenzy Suamatea. Okay. I would rather Jackson Powers-Johnson because I think he's like an elite pro level type of Pro Bowl level type of prospect. Keenzy Suamatea gives you a little bit of, is he tackle? Is he guard? You could start him left guard very early. And then maybe ends up being the heir apparent, hopefully, to Terrion Armstead, which I don't mind. I don't mind that one bit. I think that's a fine route to go. But I just think Jackson Powers-Johnson is kind of next level. And I imagine we're going to see him very soon in this mock draft. Philadelphia Eagles, all this cornerback talent still on the board. I wonder where they go. Oh, wow. I figured it was corner, but I didn't know it was going to be Ennis Rakestraw. That's actually a little surprising. A lot of people really love Rakestraw. He was limited this year because of injury, but they just really didn't try to throw his way. Doesn't have a lot of ball production, but I think that's fine when they're opting not to throw it your way whatsoever. I think he's going to test out really well. At least he did in high school. I imagine that's going to translate to the combine as well. He was going to be at the Senior Bowl, but he got minor surgery on his abdomen. So he's right now getting healthy for the combine. Pick 23 is the Houston Texans. They could literally go anywhere. They're going with Byron Murphy. I like that. They actually have quite a bit of free agents on the interior of the line with the class fallen as it is right now, because you still got Drazon Newton on the board as well. Byron Murphy, I'm a big fan of. I like his size. I like his ability to disrupt. Miko Ryans, he's going to love... Back in San Fran, he loved having a deep rotation on the defensive line. I imagine that's not going to change in Houston. Matter of fact, it didn't this year. Pick 24, Dallas Cowboys go J.C. Latham. Latham's phenomenal value at this point in the draft. You get your, maybe your left tackle of the future. I mean, you would have to move him over to left tackle. Like, they just extended Terrence Steele. I don't know what it looks like to get out of that contract. He wasn't nearly that great this year, but I don't think you're just going to give up on him because he's had years of very good production. I imagine he's going to move to the left side. Regardless, you get a guy that's big, strong, and fast. Before we get to the Packers at pick 25, what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content as always. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, where we have that nice, beautiful, football discourse. I have my own 2-round mock draft I did a couple of days ago. If you want to go ahead and check that out, I'll leave that in the iCard up here. But let's go ahead and get to the Packers, and I want to see them take someone good. Troy Fautanu. I think with still like Cooper DeJean on the board, with Kool-Aid McKinstry on the board, I'd still probably go corner. Fautanu immediately steps up and plays left guard. He's listed him as a left tackle here, and they're talking about getting a replacement for David Bakhtiari. I don't know. I'd feel like I'd want to see Rasheed Walker. I think I got that right. Former Penn State tackle. I think I would want to see him in another year because he was pretty solid down the stretch. And Fautanu, anyway, projects better as a guard in the NFL. So you're probably playing him at guard. You're moving Jenkins, who could really play both sides and even tackle. You're moving him to right guard because you got Runyon leaving via free agency. So like Fautanu fits right in there, left guard. All right, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They go Xavier Leggett. Wow, I'm a little shocked Leggett is still getting first round buzz. Like, I still like him, but I think he's like fringe top 50 at this point. But I get it. If you can't get Mike Evans back, then you're going to get a big vertical guy like Leggett. So like it makes sense to me, but I feel like this is probably something you could do in the second round. Arizona Cardinals, they're going with T'Vondre Sweat. They went Malik Neighbors earlier. T'Vondre Sweat gives them some meat in the middle that they desperately need, because some of the guys that they've had there in the past, Leaky Fotu, was it Rashad Lawrence, the cat out of LSU? Those guys just were never good. Sweat can be very good. He is going to be a guy that creates pileups in the middle. He can push the pocket because he's so freaking strong and has pretty solid get off for a 300 and what I think is 60 pounder. I don't know how much he was weighing at the Senior Bowl since he didn't do the weigh-ins. I imagine he was just a big boy, but we shall see. Buffalo Bills, they continue to go wide receiver. Everyone and their mom's going wide receiver for him because makes sense. They go Troy Franklin. You got, Gabe Davis as a free agent. So you get a guy with, he can be that vertical, go up and get it target, but he is a much, I think, put together route runner than a Gabe Davis. Pick 29, Detroit Lions. They go Cooper DeJean. Again, I mean, with the corner class kind of falling here, like it just works out for the Lions. They desperately need help at the corner position, and they get it here with Cooper DeJean, who I think is going to test out really well. Pick 30, Baltimore Ravens go Chop Robinson. Look at him still getting a little first round hype. I think since he wasn't at like a Senior Bowl or anything, people were just forgetting about him. Very toolsy prospect. I think he's probably a DPR early to start his career because you worry about how he plays the run, but the dude has all these great traits. I'm very curious to see how he measures out because I am Unsure of the length. I don't think he has sub 33 inch arms. I just don't think they're like, I just don't think he has ridiculous length. But the guy is one of the most athletic, twitched up, explosive pass rushers in this class. All right, Kansas City, what receiver are we going with this time? They're going Braden Fisk. Okay. Listen, I get it. Braden Fisk had a really, really fun week. Nothing about his week warrants a first round grade. I think he is firmly like this third round, maybe sneaks at the back end of the second round type of pick. Like, I get it. He's very strong. He is very explosive first step. But like, how many of his pass rushes and one-on-ones just fizzled out because he has no secondary moves? And I say very strong. I mean, even in the run game, he's not penetrating. It gets kind of washed. Like, he's really strong when he's able to be, like, when he's able to get this great get off. But I don't even think the play strength is honestly all that impressive now that I think about it. But I get it. Like, you love the get off, but it's not first round love the get off. Brian Thomas is still on the board. I haven't seen Brian Thomas in this mock. What are we doing here? All right. Maybe we're just trying to showcase some of the Senior Bowl players like Chop Robinson. All right, San Fran, who you got? Jordan Morgan. All right, guys. All right. I'm going to wrap this up by saying, where's Jackson Powers Johnson? Where? I get it. Some people don't like Kool-Aid McKinstry. It's fine. It's fine. If you think he's a second round player, it is what it is. To each their own. But no Jackson Powers Johnson, who's arguably a top 20 pick, I would say. We didn't see Brian Thomas. What? It's wide receiver 4 to this class. What? Like, who else did we not see in this mock? I feel like I'm missing one. I mean, Bo Nix, but I get it. Some people don't love Bo Nix. It is what it is. That, not going to pound the table for that. But no Jerzon Newton. He's not even defensive interior 4 or 3. We had 3 interiors go off the board. Not one of them was Jerzon Newton. It's the NFL draft. Unexpected things happen. I do like Jordan Morgan. I didn't think he had a dominant enough week to warrant a first round pick. But it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead. Do that YouTube thing as always. Until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.